What's up, Kevin?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
All good. We're finally doing this. Welcome to FASTTALK podcast.
I appreciate you having me on here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my first name is Kevin. I'm 23 years old. I'm currently here in Korea, Camp Humphreys, as you guys can see in the background. It's very, nice scenery here. Korea's a very nice and beautiful place. Originally, I'm from Los Angeles, and I grew up in Virginia, a place called Woodbridge, Virginia. So it's a nice area, nice place.
So what do you think about Camp Humphreys?
What do I think about Camp Humphreys? Compared to the first duty station I had, which was Fort Riley, it's more advanced, more, how do you say this? Family friendly. And yeah, it's nice. A lot of, gyms are nice. Everything's more high class, up to date.
So from 0 to 10, with 0 being extremely ratchet and ghetto, and 10 being a great installation, what would you rank Camp Humphreys?
Are we talking about business-wise, like the building-wise, or work-wise, everything all together?
I would say like just the entire experience.
Entire experience? I'll give it an 8. There's always room for improvement. Nothing's always perfect, so I'll give it an 8.
What would you improve?
What would I improve? The first thing I'll improve is the transportation. And I don't speak that for myself, but I speak that for all lower enlisted soldiers that don't have vehicles and cars. Improve on transportation, having more taxis, more buses. When you come back from the Ville or you're coming from Seoul and you just want to get back to your room immediately, nobody wants to wait in a line for 20 minutes for a taxi, or try ordering a taxi every weekend and there's no taxi at all. So I'll say transportation.
So when I got here, this is the second time that I've been in Camp Humphreys.
Really?
The first time, obviously, I didn't have a car. And then the second time, I'm just going to do my 1 year of hardship or whatever. And then, so it didn't last much because of that.
Yeah.
Because it was like about 8 or 9 months that I was getting into these taxis.
Yes.
And I realized how expensive it was. I remember I spent like $400 every month, and I was just going to work and maybe like once or twice.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shoot, I needed to go to this building. I need to, or I just want to go to the PX.
Yeah, just to the PX. You would think that, for anyone that's not stationed at Humphreys, by the way, you would think if you don't have a vehicle, my workplace, the PX, everything, all the necessities are near the barracks and everything. For some of the soldiers, that's not the case. For me, where I stay at, everything's walking distance. The closest PX is 10 minutes away. The closest gym is like around 5 to 10 minutes. The PX, I had to order a taxi because I can't walk all the way there since it's too far during the cold. So
I would definitely recommend like a roving bus during certain hours. Like just a TMP bus, I would say between like 19 to 2300 on Fridays and Saturdays.
Saturdays, yep.
Go pick up soldiers, and that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
I know it's possible, but we just need to just bring it up as an idea. And I'm sure the powers that be, they'll probably get it done.
Yeah.
So speaking from experience, I've been to many installations. Camp Humphreys seems to be the one that's the most built up. I would consider it like
I agree.
the Manhattan of all U.S. Army bases.
Yeah, I would agree also, because this is what made me, believe that, right? When I was first new, it was my first week here in the installation. I went to the super gym and I saw that they had a smoothie shop there.
Hell yeah.
And they were building a pool, and I've never seen that in any other installation. I've been to Fort Riley, Fort Lee, Fort Jackson, Fort Irwin, and even Fort Hood.
Wait, Fort Irwin?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going, boy.
You going to Fort Irwin?
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, good luck.
That's what I keep hearing, too. I hear I should probably start drinking water right now, but I got a car, so like...
I love Fort Irwin. A lot of people hate it, but I personally love it. For me, it's mainly because of the scenery. I don't know why, but you're in the desert or, surrounded by mountains. For me, it's peaceful. It brings me a lot of peace for some reason. I don't know why, but that's the way I feel.
Shoot, I gotta be careful. A new way to... Oh, I won't die. I'll live till 150, but I'm sure if I'm not paying attention and I run into a cactus, I might actually...
Something might, but you'll enjoy it. You'll be bored, but you'll enjoy it. That's the beautiness of life. Just focus on the scenery and stuff. It's always the small things that you got to focus on. When you focus on a bigger picture, you get lost. So that's why I always say, just focus small, enjoy the small things, and then, the bigger things will come later on.
I'm definitely going to go to Vegas, San Diego, and all that. I'm going to just...
San Diego's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
I've been there once. I like the people.
I tell a lot of people that try to go to the West Coast, if you're searching for beautiness, I'm going to get a lot of hate probably, but LA is not the place. And this is speaking for somebody that's, from LA.
Well, you're talking about people or the place?
The place, the scenery and everything.
Ah, okay.
Like the cleanliness of the city, San Diego all the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cleanliness of the city, San Diego all the way.
So what is your favorite state out of all the states that you've been to?
Man, I've been through a lot of states, right? But That's hard. I say beautiness wise, I go with California because I have it, ordered. Beautiness wise, California. In terms of living, I would say it's between Texas and Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Texas and Virginia.
You've been to Virginia, right?
Yeah.
What do you like about Virginia?
Just the pace, the way everything is. A lot of people say this, and I say this. A lot of people I talk to from DC and everything, they call it the mini New York. Everything's so fast paced when you enter DC, but once you get out of it, it's still city, but still, at a slow pace, and everything's calm. And you'll see a lot of good stuff. You can go on hikes and stuff like that. In Northern Virginia, it's like a melting pot. You can try different foods from different cultures and stuff like that. So there's, people think of Virginia as, all country, all slow, but no, I'm not gonna say slow, but like boring and stuff. There's a lot of, cool things you can do in Virginia.
All right, controversial question, but would you consider DC, Washington, DC,
Yes.
more Maryland or Virginia? I know it's not either or, but like, let's say one of those two states had to like fight to the death over Washington, DC. Maybe not to the death, but like, who deserves it?
Maryland, 100% Maryland.
Why is Maryland?
Well, when I go to Maryland, also Riverside, Suitland, and all those areas, it's still like DC. I still feel like. So like if I take you, right, and I take you to those areas in Maryland, you wouldn't be like, oh, I'm in Maryland. No, you'll be like, oh, this is still a nice area of DC and everything until somebody says, no, you're in Maryland. You're like, what? This is Maryland?
Should Washington DC be the 51st state?
No. Just leave it how it is. It's too small to be a state.
So I had an idea.
Yeah.
I'm from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But a lot of my family has been in the United States Army or in the Navy or just in the military in general. And I'm like, damn, like, it would be nice if Puerto Rico was part of the Union.
No.
But I don't want to change the flag.
I have a controversial question for you.
I would annex it to Florida. That way we keep the flag the same. And then maybe Washington, D.C. under one of those two states.
Yeah.
And, well, I don't know what to do about Guam and all that, but... what do you guys think in the comments?
Yeah, well, what do you guys think? I always wanted to go to Guam also. Any suggestions on where I should, do? Where should I do? Other than, of course, swimming at a beach or anything. But is there any cool things I should do when I'm Guam or try any good food out? Give me suggestions.
So what is your question?
My question is, this is controversial also. And this is actually the first time I ask a Puerto Rican this, right? If they give you a choice to make Puerto Rico its own country, would you rather do that than become a 51st state?
So personally... I want Puerto Rico to be a state.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it's only for selfish reasons.
Yes.
So for me, it's because most of my family has been in the United States Army or the military. My brother's in the Navy.
Yes.
My grandpa was in the Korean War.
Yes.
I want it to be a state because enough Puerto Ricans have for the United States abroad to the point where I want Puerto Rico to be recognized as a legitimate part of the United States with full rights, full everything.
Yeah.
Even though I'm able to vote because I could go to, like, let's say North Carolina, buy a house there, and then I could vote.
Yeah.
Most of my people in Puerto Rico aren't allowed.
Yeah.
They don't have a voice, only a representative in Congress.
Yes.
But that's it.
As far as it goes.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be pretty cool, Puerto Rico becomes its own state. But at the same time, I wonder if, other Puerto Ricans want it to be its own country.
Right now, it's pretty much divided. We had a referendum. It's too close to call. I think it's just not time. And a lot of people think Puerto Rico is automatically going to be a Democrat state.
Yeah. You think it'll be a Republican state?
Nope. It'll be a battleground state. Puerto Ricans can be very logical. They're right in the middle. Who's going to be helping them? Like, it's kind of hard to trick a Puerto Rican. Like, we know. Yeah. We know what you're about to do before you do it.
Yeah.
And it's not as simple as, like, let's say a Democrat president were to put to make Puerto Rico part of the union. Like, oh yeah, we're just going to be a Democrat. No. Yeah. We don't work like that.
Oh yeah. You guys,
we don't.
You guys decide what's best for you guys at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like we know if we're getting played.
Yeah.
We know.
We've been. A controversial thing I'm gonna say, but I wish I wish more Americans thought that way. Also, they thought logically. For me, one of the biggest things I can tell somebody that's personally for me, just can speak ahead. I'm not a very political person, right?
Yeah, me either.
But one thing I tell a lot of people that try to get into politics is don't believe everything you see on social media. Do your own type of studying, learn things on your own, and then you can think logically instead of if one user outlet puts this thing out and you automatically believe them. No, that's not the way you should, go about it.
So what do you do for fun for hobby, for just to make the time pass?
Here in Korea?
Yeah.
Well, I picked up a new hobby. It's jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
I train at a Korean gym called Bon Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out Bon Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out all my coaches there. And it's awesome, man. All the Koreans there are very nice people. They try to learn English and Spanish. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
For somebody that's trying to get into jiu-jitsu, how much money does it cost?
I'm gonna get judged a lot by this, but I didn't really pay attention to the money when they made me, at first, right? The second time around, when I had to sign my second contract for, going back to gym, it's 100,000 won for 1 month.
That's not bad. So 100,000 won that's roughly, don't judge my math, but it feels like $80.
I thought it was $100, so yeah.
Now it's like really like 80 something dollars, maybe a little bit less, but it's not much for what you're getting. So
and the experience also, you cannot beat the experience. You learn something new, you make new friends, and just like the culture of it, it's awesome. We do things together. They teach me a lot about their history, their culture, and the language. And when you get off of work, let's say you have a long day, you want to go to the gym. By the way, I love going to the gym. It's just like the gym where you release all your stress and everything. And after you're done, you're like, man, I feel good. I feel like I want to do something else. And it just makes you better as a person. It brings you more confidence and just, gives you some new things, to try and do. So
how often do you go to the gym?
Well, like weightlifting wise, I try my best to go 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
6 days a week.
That's pretty solid. Just stay the course. Just stay as consistent as possible.
For me, it's not even consistency at this point. At the beginning, when I, began my gym journey, I always thought about the word consistency. But later on, throughout, my past 3 years of going to the gym, it's not consistent anymore. I just love, going there. For me, if I don't go there, it's like, man, I didn't do it.
It's like a lifestyle right now.
It's a lifestyle, yes.
You probably feel like messed up if you don't go to the gym. Like just from a chemical standpoint, you're like, I need to go to the gym.
I don't know why, but I call it a sacred ground for me because I could be having like the worst day, but the minute I get in the gym, I just, become a totally different person. I become happy and everything. And I'm just very glad. And I don't know if you're religious, but I just thank God every day I'm, able to lift.
I think God wants us to lift. Like he really does.
No, I mean, it's true. It's true. Our ancestors have been lifting for years and years. And always, for me, nothing makes
lifting our soul.
That's true. Yeah. But honestly, nothing makes me more. Yeah, lifting our spirits. Yeah, your spirits does get. Yeah, you reach a dopamine when you run or go to the gym. But for me, nothing makes me more happy than bringing people.
See, God wants us to go to the gym. See, the sun is coming out. Like I feel a rainbow.
Yeah. You see that?
See, as soon as we said gym, like the sun started shining. God didn't lose hope on Camp Humphreys. Like, he still really wants.
For me, it's just, nothing makes me more happier than bringing somebody to the gym. You working out with other people.
Definitely.
Now, this is another controversial thing, but I believe you should do it on your own time rather than being forced to, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. You should do it because you
want to. If you feel forced, you ruin the experience for other people.
You can't be on your couch just eating Twinkies all the time and being like, oh, why's my life all fucked?
I love eating Twinkies. I love eating all the, junk food, but I clean it out, going to the gym. So, I think it's half and half, but, yeah.
It's all about them Suzy Q's. You already?
So you go to the gym.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do? Like work on chest, arms, legs? Like
I want to say like naturally, like as a guy, ever since the beginning, I always wanted to work on my arms.
Yes.
Like I felt like that was, I don't know, like it's just my favorite part, that and abs.
Wow, you're the first person I ever heard say that.
Abs. So I try to do abs almost every day. So 4 sets of 20, and I just keep doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like abs is the one thing that you could do almost like every day, and you don't need like a rest for it.
And do you mainly focus, so say like if you do arms, right? Do you mainly focus on more the heavier weight, or do you mainly focus on muscular endurance?
More heavier weight.
More heavier weight? Okay, that's good.
Heavier weight. And I kind of looked at Arnold Schwarzenegger's workouts. I don't know if it's true, but, Google was saying that he had like 3 kinds of days. It's like a group A, group B, and then a group C kind of day. And then he just does that. He just follows it.
Follows that plan.
No matter what.
And stays consistent with it.
And then he's always running too. So I personally need to run more. Yeah. Honestly, that's my deficiency. Is I've been going to the gym or whatever, and I'm thin or whatever, but like, I feel it when I run. So I just need to run or work on my cardiovascular fitness. Yes. Doesn't mean I have to run. It could mean I'm getting on a bike
or something. Stairmaster or something. Yeah.
Yeah, Stairmaster.
For me, I didn't enjoy running, but ever since I got to Korea, I don't know if it's because of the scenery or stuff, But I just started falling in love with running here, and then for me, I try to at least run 3 times a week.
Oh, I hate running. I honestly do. Like, there's some people that find joy in running.
Yeah.
Like, they get that runner's high.
It's true. You'll get it.
I fucking find death. That's what.
Nah. You'll be like that gym guy. What's his name from Diamond Gym? I don't know if you've ever seen their videos.
Oh, what happened to him?
Where Diamond Gym, they're a famous gym on YouTube. Shout out Diamond Gym. They always say you're gonna work out to the death and everything, to the death until like you kill yourself completely and everything.
You got to be careful because like there's like a game show where like people like died. It's like one of those like
games.
No, it's like American Ninja or something. But like it was something like that. But like somebody died because like they overexerted themselves and like they spent the whole day recording. Like sometimes the things that we do for content ends up killing people. Like especially if it's those game shows where it's like a lot of like physical exertion
Stuff like that.
and they push people to the max, and there's a lot of pressure on
There's going
participant.
Yeah.
And it's if they take the wrong thing, like pre-workout, and start running and doing all this stuff, they could die.
They could die. That's
But
good.
Kevin, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, thank you, buddy. Hey,
Hell yeah.
appreciate you for having me. Everyone else, y'all, you guys take care and follow my guy, Bodie.
You already know.
The man, the myth, the legend, right here.
Try W, code FASTTALK podcast.